recently, just made a year. And so that's kind of who we are. We both did other things prior to the mattress store, and so last year this is what we've been doing. And so that's kind of who we are. I don't know what more you.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Yeah. I mean, I know that the opportunity of the store is, it's a good one. So it makes sense that you got involved with it. When you first opened, what were you both doing to kind of get the word out about the store, like initially?
Well, we initially were doing Facebook Marketplace, and we also were doing some paid Facebook ads.
Okay.
So those were the two big things, and then we've continued to do that. We also did some OfferUp. We've done that in the past as well. And word of mouth, Google, we've used Google as well, some Google ads, and then just Google reviews, trying to get people to give us some good reviews so we can get the word out that way.
And so of all those things that you were doing, where do you feel like you were getting the most customers from, like, period? Just what source do you feel like you were getting the most from?
I think Facebook primarily, the paid Facebook ads, and then we've also gotten a few here and there from the marketplace ads as well, where I think the most of ours come from. What do you say?
Yeah, Facebook and the marketplace ads. Now we have, as far as the Google ads, we have gotten.
We've gotten some from there.
We've gotten some from the Google ads as well, but largely I think Facebook is where we've gotten the majority of our business from.
Okay. And then, so I guess let's talk a little bit about, I got a message from our mutual friend Jamie a few weeks back. He said, "Hey, I have a friend who really needs your help here with some marketing. Can you give me kind of a little bit of an idea, like where you both were at prior to us meeting, like what was going on with the store, what had been happening with the marketing you were doing?"
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can give you that info. So we had been doing marketing for about 7 months, I guess, through another company. And so we had really, over the course of time, just really not done great. We'll just say it that way. We had not done great. We were getting by.
Well, I think it was really up and down. There was not a consistent ever. So you'd kind of go down and you'd go up just a little bit and then it'd go back down. So there was never a consistency with them.
Okay.
In terms of how we did that month, but also in leads that we would get from it as well.
And so realistically, the last three months there was an up month, but then we really just kind of tanked.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, at the end of October, we were really we were talking about, are we going to make it? I mean, that's kind of where we were.
Yeah.
Were we going to be able to sustain the business? We really felt like we were 3 weeks out, and either we had to change or we weren't going to be able to keep the store open. I mean, that's in a real time, real way. We had to make some major turnaround in 3 weeks, or we weren't going to be able to pay our bills to keep the doors open. That's what we were, if we're just being honest.
Got it. Well, I'm sorry that you guys were there, where you were at. That's not a fun place to be, for sure. Okay, so then you got on the phone with Jamie. He put you in touch with me. We kind of talked through what you were already doing and what the market was like. And I think you were temporarily running some of your own ads too, like you were trying to just
Right.
juice it up a little bit to, get the ball rolling. So I guess talk to me a little bit about that. We got access to your account. We turned the ads on. Tell me a little bit about that first week. What was going on in that first week that the ads were running for you?
Yeah, so we had tried to do our own ads and they weren't doing very well. And then about a week into October, I think you all turned the ads on for us. And within a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, they just started pouring in. I mean, just message after message after message. And so I think the first couple of days, really, when they first started coming in, we probably had close to 50 messages. And so that's something that, since we've been open, had never happened. And, we have a large market around here.
Yeah.
So that had just never happened. I mean, if we got 10 in a day, that was pretty good. But now, on average, we were getting 20 to 30 messages a day, and then some days it would be more, depending on what was going on and the weekend or whatever. But, it was nice to have leads to dig through to where you could, people really did want mattresses, and it wasn't just us, so that was good to see. And so then in that 3-week turnaround, we were able to make up and, really see a profit in those 3 weeks, to where we could pay our bills and pay ourselves and, keep the doors open,
So realistically, the largest and we're talking, we were with you guys 3 weeks, so we're basing this off of a 3-week for the 3 weeks in November.
Right.
I mean, we really had the biggest profits. Our profit margin was up. Our average sale was up. That's actually a phone call coming in.
Well, if you need to take it, by all means. I don't want to keep you from business.
And so everything went up. So our average sale went up, our profit margin went up, our profits went up.
Mm-hmm.
So in 3 weeks, we really went from really struggling to, like Elizabeth said, a profit and covering expenses and all that kind of stuff happened just in 3 weeks. So
that's awesome.
Super excited.
That's awesome. I'm really happy. I'm really glad to hear that. I'm really glad. I know when you were texting me like the last day of the month and you're like, oh, we're so close to having our best month ever. We'll push as many things at you as we can in the next 24 hours here. So like that was really exciting too. Yeah, the great thing too is, you guys are starting with us. November had Thanksgiving and Black Friday, which are always an issue in terms of marketing and, getting, you've got that whole entire week where there's a lot of people, advertising and kind of competing with you for eyeballs.
Right.
And then you've obviously got Christmas coming up here. So December is probably going to be a little bit of a lighter month just because people are making different, purchasing decisions. So I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen for tax season to kick off here in January, when you guys know that it's already a good time and you've got this lead flow coming in. So that's going to be really exciting to watch you guys have some really good months.
We started off December pretty well. I mean, the first few days of December, we've had a pretty good profit. I'm not complaining.
We're looking forward to tax season. I don't think we ever felt like we saw a tax season that everybody talks about.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, they kept saying, anyway, just wait for it. And we're like, we're waiting.
I'm waiting. I'm looking at my watch.
We never saw it. So I don't know if a lot of it was just a year of COVID, there's a lot of factors in that too.
I mean, it's kind of miraculous. You guys are opening in the middle of that. And then, obviously this year's been ups and downs with things. So it's been hard, but you're still here, which is great. And, you've had a very profitable month last month. And so we'll just, keep that going. And I think one of the things that we do strive for is the consistency, like you were talking about, not having that consistency of the flow. Because obviously that can, not knowing what's going to come in just in terms of the people that you
Yeah.
can talk to can make it really, you're really unsure of like what kind of business you're going to have that month. So if we can
Right.
keep that number kind of consistent no matter what time of the year it is, then
Mhm.
you should be able to have decent months even when it's like the slower times that people
Right.
in the industry talk about. So well, that's awesome. And I know that Jamie helped you guys a little bit with the appointment booking and everything. Do you want to talk a little bit about that too, just from the perspective of what he's kind of talked to you about, and in terms of messaging people and kind of how that maybe changed a little bit?
Yep. So we have been using the script that Jamie uses, and so it has made, I think, a difference in trying to see the leads that are really interested and the ones that are lookers, and the type of wording that you use, and even giving them options of different payments, whether that's the payment plan or just, letting them know, what we offer. And so that has made a world of difference in the number of mattresses. And it's also helped our average sale go up as well in the wording that he uses and using his wording. So that is, it's like, I wish I'd have been doing this all along, just the, I do need to take